time for This Week in Clarksville. And now, here's your host, Stephanie Miller.
Welcome to This Week in Clarksville on this Thursday, January 26th. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. Thanks for watching today. It's going to be a fun one. We are sitting down with Clarksville City Mayor Joe Pitts to talk about having the hottest zip code and all of the happenings here in Clarksville. He's going to touch base on the F&M Bank Arena and the parking situation. He's also going to share some fun facts about himself. And then we learn about the Bankers Challenge and the Bowl for Kids' Sake from the Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We'll get all the information about the event and how you can take part. And then lastly, we visit with Realtor Journey Lee from Benchmark Realty. She's going to share with us the information about the housing market right now in our area. But first, we're going to check in with reporter Sherry Reeves to see what's making the wrap in this week's edition of Main Street Clarksville.
This is the wrap for the January 26th edition of Main Street Clarksville. Montgomery County Schools seem to be making some progress in the hiring of its bus drivers. There are now just 13 routes open, about half of what it was this time last year. The district said higher pay, a $1,000 sign-on bonus, and employee recognition efforts have been making improvements in not only the hiring of the drivers, but also keeping them employed. Members of an area athletic facility grouped together over the weekend to help towards the medical bills and lift up one of its own members. Sango's Acme Athletics sponsored Sweat for Cherie for Cherie Revore, who at age 38 battles chronic health issues with her heart and also cerebral palsy. Here's Cherie's story of how she remained strong through times of difficulty. Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers restaurant opened its second location in Clarksville on Tuesday. The newer restaurant is located near Exit 11 on MLK Boulevard in front of the Publix grocery store. In addition to dining and outdoor seating, Freddy's offers delivery and carry-out orders. Also in this week's edition, we offer to you a sneak peek of the court where basketball games of the Austin Peay Governors will soon be played. Of course, that is inside Clarksville's new F&M Bank Arena. A whole lot of folks are anticipating the grand opening of that facility this year. And that's the wrap. I'm Sherry Reeves, Main Street Clarksville.
Sherry, thank you. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are sitting down with Clarksville City Mayor Joe Pitts to get his take on Clarksville having the hottest zip code, all the happenings, and then some fun facts about our city mayor. Stay right here. We'll be right back.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Here at the Journey Louie team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louie team, leading you home.
Back. I do have a special person with us today. We have Clarksville City Mayor Joe Pitts with us. Mayor, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, for the opportunity to talk about our story and tell a little more about Clarksville.
You know, we absolutely love Clarksville. Again, still one of the fastest growing cities in the state of Tennessee. Not only that, kind of a special recognition that came out just a couple weeks ago from Open Door. We have the hottest zip code, 37042.
Right, yeah. We're excited about that, 2 years running. And as had been mentioned before, Money Magazine named us the best community in the country to live in 2019. So we're on a roll. And the country is discovering what people who grew up here or live here now knew about Clarksville. It's just a special place.
Why do you call it that? Again, you have this role, you know, as mayor of our city of Clarksville, but you really get to see the inner workings and those who work on behalf of the Queen City. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, 37042 is the zip code I grew up in, although it wasn't 37042 back then. It was just all 37040. But since we've grown, we've developed more zip codes. But you know, it's out in North Clarksville, Peters Mill Road, Tiny Town, Needmore, and those areas. And there's just a lot, there's a lot to love about 37042 or Clarksville in general, but especially that part of our city.
You say that we're special and people don't, you know, they can't really, unless you're here, can't meet and greet, you know, your neighbors and those who are running the small businesses that we have downtown and throughout. What do you see that makes us, I guess, probably the most special city?
Well, what makes it special, you just said, the people. It's the people. Plus, you know, you think about Fort Campbell being the heart of our city. We have two rivers that run through our downtown. We have a historic downtown. We have an interstate that runs through our city, Austin Peay State University. So you put all those factors together, and some cities, communities would kill to have one. We've had them all.
That we do. As the city mayor, what sort of challenges do you face on a daily basis to make sure that we kind of stay the best city that there could be?
Well, growth, traffic, and expectations, managing expectations. As people move into our city from other places particularly, they expect amenities, parks, and recreation opportunities. They expect a safe city, which we are. According to the FBI statistics that they released, we are continuing to be a safe city. Our crime in certain parts of the city are not what it should be, but crime overall is down. So we're excited about that.
100%. You know, we have the event center getting ready to open here in a few months.
Right.
I know we've had some challenges and conversations here in the city about parking.
Yes.
How do you continue, I guess, to focus on, of course, opening that up, but yet keeping people safe who are visiting downtown?
Well, and that's been our focus in talking about when the arena opens, the events, as people leave, it'll be a lot of pedestrian traffic, making sure they can get across the street safely, get to their parking space safely, but we don't want them to get out of their arena, go to their car and leave downtown. We want them to experience our special downtown. There's just a lot of locally owned restaurants and shops and just neat places to visit downtown. So that's what's exciting about the arena.
100%. Is there anything kind of in the works that we may not know, or has it been made public knowledge that you may be able to give us some insight into?
Well, parking garages. There are two, not one, but two.
Say what?
Parking garages. One will be close to the arena, the other will be behind the Roxy.
Okay.
And the timing of that is good because we plan to build a new performing arts center on the side of the Roxy. Don't worry about people who are concerned about the historic look of the Roxy. We're going to preserve the facade and the marquee, so it'll have that old-time look, but when you walk in, it'll be this magnificent performing arts center.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for that information. And then a few fun things from you I'd love to get. What is your favorite locally owned restaurant?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Where do I begin? There's Keandra's, great soul food restaurant, Lower
Never
Franklin.
been.
Oh, you gotta go. Quita and Robert Vance make the best pork chop, best catfish anywhere. Yada is also a favorite. Los Hermanos, a Mexican restaurant on Fort Campbell Boulevard.
Okay.
Patricia Correa does a great job running. That's a family owned. They've got 5 brothers and 1 sister who owns several Mexican restaurants in the region. Patty is stationed there, so it's just a great place. So, and the list goes on and on. I could talk about others as well. Johnny's is an institution.
The burgers, yes.
The burgers.
Do you like the burgers? And the chili.
Fries, and the chili and the bun with cream. You got to get a honey bun with ice cream on it. Right after the holidays when the wait's there. But we're not talking about that.
No, not right now. We're halfway through January.
So I told you my list goes on and on.
I love it. Favorite activity?
Well, I love to garden. I love to work in my yard because it's the time I can be out there by myself and my phone's not ringing because I can't hear it.
Oh, I like that. And something else that we don't know maybe about Mayor Pitts. Anything that you can give us?
This is my hometown. My wife and I have 5 children and 12, soon to be 13 grandchildren.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes is right.
That keeps you busy.
Christmas is expensive and exciting.
I can imagine. Thank you, Mayor Pitts, so much for this. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well, don't go anywhere. We have more coming up on This Week in Clarksville right after this.
Hey, I'm John, one of the family owners here at the City Forum. Some people think I'm great at the games and attractions here, but I'm not. I'm fantastic. Your mom might want to pick that up. Go low with 18 holes of mini golf. Channel your inner Ricky Bobby on the go-kart track. Play in Clarksville's only 7D motion theater. 10 lanes of family fun bowling. Don't forget about our big birthday party rooms. So come on out to the City Forum and try to beat some of my high scores.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way. When flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage, it ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Welcome back to This Week in Clarksville. I am with the Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters, Chris Burek. Once again, always a pleasure talking with you, especially about the upcoming events you have.
Yeah, so today we're talking about Bowl for Kids' Sake, which this year is going to be in April. We've got a couple trophies from previous Bankers Challenges. The Bankers Challenge is one of our Bowl for Kids' Sake events that focuses solely on financial institutions. We're here at F&M Bank today because they are our reigning champion for Bankers Challenge. The event this year is on April 20th. They are full steam ahead fundraising along with several other banks that might give them a run for their money. I know that Legends, US Bank, and Cumberland Bank and Trust and Planners Bank, they've all already signed on as sponsors and they're putting teams together. Several of the other banks in town are following suit and just fundraising to help Big Brothers Big Sisters serve more kids in the community. So Bankers Challenge is always a huge deal. It's a ton of fun. That kicks off kind of our week-long Bowl for Kids' Sake campaign. So Bankers Challenge is on Thursday, April 20th, and the Bowl for Kids' Sake, Community Bowl for Kids' Sake, will be Sunday, April 23rd. And that one is where kind of community members just come together. Like the school system puts in a couple teams, businesses like Byers and Harvey buys the sponsorship and puts in a few teams, and just other kind of, people who've done it forever, and they just get a group of friends together and donate to support the agency and then come out and have a good time at the event.
Let's go back to the Bankers Challenge for those who are seeing this, because I know so many of you know about this event happening, but they're like, oh, yep, thank you for this reminder. What other sort of fun do you have within the fun? Because I know they can make posters, they can dress up. What all little competitions do you have?
Yeah, so we have best team name, we have best costume. One of the teams was like the Bolosaurus, and they wore dinosaur costumes. You haven't lived until you've seen a T-Rex try to do a belly bowl. It's pretty hilarious. But they have a lot of fun with those things. During the event, we have door prizes, so it's not about the bowling. I have people who tell me all the time, oh my gosh, I haven't bowled in years, or I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it. But I have fun because we have door prizes. So you can get a door prize for a gutter ball. You get a door prize for crazy socks. If you can get a strike by bowling on your belly, we will give you a door prize. So we really try to make it a lot of fun. It's really more about fundraising and helping the kids than it is about your score at the end of the day.
When it comes to helping the kids, the money that you raised last year was the highest amount you've raised yet, am I correct?
Highest amount in my tenure here at the agency. So last year we raised a total of about $58,000. About 28 of that was from the Bankers Challenge alone, and then about 22 or so was, or 20 or 22 was from the Community Bowl for Kids' Sake. So we could make it a competition between the community and the financial institutions at the end of the day to see who can come up with more.
And we can't share it enough what the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters actually is, because the mentor program that you have there and where this money goes, it is incredibly valuable. It's pretty much priceless, would you say?
It definitely is, and it lasts a lifetime. I actually met with a guy last week who was a volunteer for us from 1996 until about 2015. He was a big brother for the agency. He had one little brother who he went from elementary all the way up through high school and graduation, that they met and they learned skills. At one point his mentor said, okay, we've talked enough, let's go out. And they went out and they identified trees. So when his little graduated high school, he came and he hugged his big brother, and he said, I can tell you what a red oak looks like. I know what a poplar looks like. And those things, those little things that you can pass on to a child, it's not about being trained, it's not about being a counselor. It's really just about consistency and devoting that time and attention to that child who needs it.
That is absolutely beautiful. So again, that is where this money is going. It is priceless, but again, fun to be had at the Bankers Challenge and at the Bowl for Kids' Sake. What sort of keepsakes, or I guess, do they keep this for a year? How does this, what I'm looking at, what is this and how does it work?
So these are trophies for the Bankers Challenge. So for the Bankers Challenge, we give away we do have door prizes, but it is a challenge between the banks to see who can support the community the most. It's a real ball.
It is real. Take a look at this.
So we've given away a bowling ball for highest fundraiser, usually is what it goes. So we have highest bank fundraiser and highest team fundraiser, and a lot of times we'll also have highest individual fundraisers. So we typically will have either our kids in our program or a local Girl Scout troop will paint leftover bowling pins, and then we award those as the trophies to the banks and the people who have raised money. It is a priceless experience for the kids in our program, but it does cost to make those matches and to support them with a professional staff member who's making that relationship and who's really tracking it and coaching everybody in that relationship. So that's really, that's what you're funding, is the matches and some of the activities they do and the support that they get, whether it's the volunteer, the parent, the child. They all get a monthly coaching support call from our staff to talk about the relationship, to give them new ideas on what to do, and just to help them over any hurdles or to hear their successes.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you again for all this information. So if you're a bank out there, get involved in the Bankers Challenge. If you'd like to get involved in Bowl for Kids' Sake, you can do that. Where do we go? bbbsclarksville.org/bowl. That'll give you some information on both events, and you can click whichever one you're interested in. And from there, you can come and join the fun. Fantastic. Again, you see that website there at the bottom of your screen, so go ahead and sign up and help them out this year. Really make a difference with those funds for some boys and girls in our area. Stick right here on This Week in Clarksville. We have more coming up right after this.
At Miss Lucille's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lucille's. You'll be glad you did.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
Welcome back. We have Realtor Journey Louis with us here in the Clarksville, Montgomery County area. We spoke with her about 3 months ago about the market. So touching base with her once again, first off, thank you for joining me today.
Yes, you're welcome, no problem.
Fantastic. So as we look at the market, what are we seeing right now in our area?
We are seeing a little bit of depreciation. We price our homes based on a price per square foot, and what we're seeing happening since May is it's depreciating a little bit. It is up about 9.8% compared to what it was this time last year, so that's good.
Yes, it is. And it's always changing. It seems like every month there's something new, something a little different when it comes to the housing market. What are you seeing, or what's being forecasted as we move forward?
So economists are saying the first half of this year, home sales should take a sharp turn down and should ease up the second half of the year. Home prices should remain stable with a modest 1 to 3% increase locally, and sellers providing more concessions.
Thank you for that information there. And for those who are selling and buying, how can they help their realtor out when it comes to the process, no matter which side you're on?
So for buyers, I would say definitely get pre-approved. Know what your monthly payment is going to look like for sure. And with sellers, don't wait to put your home on the market last minute anymore. Homes are sitting a little bit longer just because we do have a bigger inventory now. So know ahead of time when you want to sell. Talk with your real estate agent. Make sure they have a great marketing plan that's going to get you maximum exposure, and just like I said, don't wait till last minute. Definitely get it on the market ahead of time so you don't have to rely on those price drops in order to sell.
I don't want to miss any question or answers that we need. So is there anything that I haven't asked you that you feel people need to hear if they're even considering buying or selling?
I would say, buy when the product you want is on the market. Stop listening to the headlines. If the home that you want is out there, go ahead and get it. If the rate is higher than you want right now, that's fine. You can always refinance later.
Journey, thank you so much. Again, every 3 months, we're going to catch up with you, see what's happening in the housing market in our area here in Clarksville. So again, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Stay right here. We have more coming up right after this, and you never know what's awaiting. So don't go away.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Main Street Sports Today strives to bring you the most timely and comprehensive coverage of sports news and more from Middle Tennessee and beyond.
We cover the teams you care about from preps to pros and bring some of the most influential voices in sports to keep you in the know.
Tune into Main Street Sports Today each Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Download the Main Street Media TV app.
Welcome back. I do have a couple of fun events to highlight. One happening at the Customs House Museum and Cultural Center. It is the Family Art Saturday Snowflake Painting. There's also a Family Art Sunday Snowflake Painting. On Saturday, the event is from 10 to noon, and on Sunday from 2 to 4. Again, that is happening at the Customs House Museum and Cultural Center. Also this weekend, you have Beavers 100.3's Hunting and Fishing Expo. Sounds like a good time to me. This is happening at the Wilma Rudolph Event Center. Your times on Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then you can head out on Sunday as well for this event from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So get out, enjoy some family fun or fun with friends. Have a blessed Thursday, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. See you next week.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of This Week in Clarksville. We'll see you next time.